Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your continued support. I have always said that Kenya is a beehive of high octane political activities, and we never miss an opportunity to play politics. Now, information reaching us, this happened about some minutes ago, that the former UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala has been arrested. He was actually blocked from accessing the Butere girls in Nakuru. He is the man behind the play Echoes of War, one that many government officials believe is targeting William Ruto. And this has really brought a lot of controversy. A while, some days back, we understood that the First Lady Rachel had influenced, and this play was somehow condemned, and it was not allowed to be played at the national level. But they went to court, and this play is now being allowed and has been given the green light. Now, before we watch Cleo Malala, this is part of the play that is giving William Ruto some headache, and government officials do not want it to be played.
Hakuna barabara hajui kwa jina, hakuna soko hajui kwa jina, and he will memorize. We were very impressed. He will mention a road and he will go, hey. Ndiyo barabara itoke Mandera, ikuje Lamu, ikuje Gare, ikuje Elwa, ikuje Kobo, ikuje pale Kotulo, ikuje Tabas, ipitie hapa Wajia, iende Samatan, iteremke Mandogashi, ifike Isiolo, iende Nairobi, ili watu wa Northern Kenya wanaopiga kura wakae kama Wakenya wengine. Hurra!
So, on his way to the Butere girls in Nakuru, the thing he was going to finalize, because he's the man, he wrote that play. He was blocked, he was arrested, and I want us to watch this video. He's very vexed, very angry. He does not understand what crime he has committed, because he's asking for just writing a play, you are being used to arrest me. And he's like, he cannot believe that in this era one can be arrested for writing a play. Can't you take a look?
Imefika mahali Kenya mnani arrest because naandika play marubu. Na ule na polisi 50. Nimefanya makosa gani? Nimefanya makosa gani kuandika? You are arresting me because of writing a play. Writing a play. What offense have I committed? The life. What mistake have I committed? Tell me, Marubu. When this yayo? Niambie. This yayo, mnatumika ku arrest mtu ameandika play. Ama nimefanya makosa gani?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will understand that this is a case of use and dump. Because Cleo Malala started sometimes back with William Ruto. And I remember towards 2022, William Ruto was targeting young politicians. He wanted to build his politics around some youths or young politicians, and he targeted Cleophas Malala. He targeted the current Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, several of them, people like Ndindi Nyoro there. And Cleo Malala is believed to have been used. He was part of the group that persuaded Musalia Mudavadi to join William Ruto. After that, in fact, it was Cleo Malala and Sakaja Johnson. That is why after a job well done, they were given the opportunity to run for gubernatorial positions. Sakaja in Nairobi, and of course, Cleo Malala in Kakamega. You know the mischief that Ruto and the late Chebukati did when they deliberately delayed the voting in Kakamega. And Cleo Malala was very mouthy. He's a man who is an extrovert. He's very abrasive in his style of politics. And I remember William Ruto, after he lost the gubernatorial seat or the contest in Kakamega, he was later made to be the very powerful Secretary General of the UDA party. And later, it was we understood that William Ruto was crafting so that Malala was going to be a cabinet. It was going to sit in the meetings, just like what happened to Tuju. Is it a minister or something? It was going to be that powerful, but some people went to court and it was thwarted. And Malala, you remember the first time he became the Secretary General, what he did is that he said that the first stop was going to be in Kisumu. He was going to paint Kisumu yellow. And he said, even told people in Kisumu, that if you register as a UDA member, then you'll be given first priority when people go for recruitment of maybe the KDF or the police or the National Youth Service or something. He's been a very integral part in Ruto's UDA party, and Ruto has worked with him. But is there anyone who supported William Ruto who is still enjoying the trappings of power? Talk of Ndindi Nyoro, talk of Rigathi Gachagua, talk of the former Attorney General J.B. Butere, talk of Malala, talk of them. Those who supported William Ruto, finances, kwa maoni, giving some pieces of advice, those who sold his ideologies, the policies, the mamambogas, where exactly are they? It is a case of use and dump. So where exactly did the rain start beating Cleo Malala? I want us to look at this. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, and click the notification bell. Don't forget to like and share our videos. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that Cleo Malala is paying for, just like many other Kenyans, for his association with Rigathi Gachagua. Now, we all understand that there came a moment when William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua had to part ways, and they drew the battle line. Daggers were drawn. William Ruto was pulling towards one side, Rigathi Gachagua was pulling to the other. They were never seeing eye to eye. And so, anyone who tried getting close to Rigathi Gachagua became an enemy. And that is what happened to Cleo Malala.
I don't want you to refer to the Constitution. I want you to refer to your heart. Have you become this heartless, Mr. President? Have you become this heartless to a sense that your deputy president is sick, but you're still fighting him down? Mr. President, we helped you, we fought for you to become president. We never knew that you'll become this man who does not care about his friends. You had the opportunity to even talk to the Senate because they have up to Saturday. But you decided to fight a sick person. You decided you'll be the last person who will kill the aspirations of our deputy president. We want to tell you, we leave you to God. We are here. The family is here crying. As friends, we are here empathizing with the deputy president. But you are not being moved. The person who was stripped off his cloth before his family to make you president is now here at Karen Hospital, sick, but you're still fighting him down. What kind of a human being are you, Mr. President?
And I think just like Ruto took those young politicians, Rigathi had learned very closely from William Ruto, and he was also building his political platform, his foundation. And I think maybe he was either targeting 2027 or 2032, because William Ruto started targeting, by the time they got to power in 2013, together with Uhuru Kenyatta, he had started sharpening his soldiers, his foot soldiers. That's how he managed to kick away people like Kabogo, people like Menakamana. Kabogo is now back to the cabinet. That is our politics. So I think Rigathi Gachagua was also trying to capture these young politicians. But that is the genesis, I believe, of the fallout between Rigathi Gachagua, of Cleophas Malala, and William Samoei Ruto. And of course, after that, Cleo Malala never sat back and watched William Ruto terrorize him politically. After he was forcefully ejected from the UDA party, I think he also launched a revenge. And some of his statements are not really very palatable to the people who are around William Ruto. Like, look at this when he was saying that he associates with any group, any person who is saying that Ruto must go. Ruto must go has been the rallying call. Take a look.
Mimi ni rafiki ya mtu yoyote sasa hivi ambaye anaamini kwamba Ruto must go. Mimi hata msichana yoyote saa hii, hata akae sura gani, bora anasema Ruto must go, mimi naweza pita na yeye. Huyo mtu paka aende nyumbani. Huyo mtu alidanganya.
And that simply tells you that there is bad blood between them. Politics is about interest, and I think the interest of William Ruto, upon or with the Cleophas Malala is gone. William Ruto now has the broad-based. William Ruto has Raila Amolo Odinga. And to see some of these people like Cleo Malala were being used to target Raila. Now that Raila is in, I think they have no business. William Ruto feels that they're useless in there. I think that is the same fate that people like Gachagua paid. So that is it. That's why I believe that Cleo Malala is a victim of harsh treatment. But then we should not tolerate this. I was just watching a video a while ago where the the first daughter of William Ruto, Charlene, was in a forum, and I think she was commenting or training people. It was some kind of a leadership forum. And she was showing people how people are commenting negatively. Out of maybe some 10 to 20 comments, majority of the comments were negative. Only a few were positive. And Charlene Ruto was saying that as a leader, you should be prepared to face such negative comments. And she was telling them that people will start talking about your looks. They will be saying you're ugly. They will be talking about your dresses. They will be saying that you're not groomed well. They will be targeting you unnecessarily. And she was telling people that you should be ready. You sometimes don't ignore them. And I was just thinking, why can't William Ruto just ignore such kind? What happens if you allow that play to go on? Because it is only repeating what Ruto had said. Ruto had said, hii barabara kutoka Modogashe ifike wapi. Those are things that people had. And so they are not anything new. The play will be repeating what William Ruto has said. And if the play is going to reveal or expose what many around William Ruto, the Ruto circle, would feel that are tantamount to lies, I believe that Kenyans already feel that William Ruto is a liar. It's not the first time. The media speaks about it. The clergy speaks about it. Everyone feels the same. And even William Ruto himself understands that sometimes he's very, very dishonest, very economical with the truth. So there is nothing new. And you see, the more they target Malala, they attract attention, more attention for nothing, because people will now, there are people who will be going to listen. They will be searching for that play just to listen to it. What is it that makes William Ruto, feel like this should not be played? But we're also breeding dictatorship. Any leader must be criticized and must be open to criticism. Because when you don't want to be criticized, then it only means that you want to take people back to the dark old days, the one party state, where whatever you pronounce is alpha and omega. And if I were to advise William Ruto, in fact, I would tell him there are things that you simply know. I mean, what is the threat profile about the play? Is there anything new that it will reveal? Nothing. People have continued to sing Ruto must go Mwizi. I mean, so we do not want to get back, if we tolerate this, we do not want to get back to the dark old days, the one-party state. We are in a new dispensation and we must allow the freedom of the rights as entrenched in the Constitution. It reminds me of a comment from someone who once said that William Ruto worked under Moi and he still wants to, kind of rule like Moi did, but Moi was under the old constitution. Or he is looking at what is happening in Sudan and Uganda, and he wishes that we would be the same. We cannot. We are two different countries with two different, constitutions. And I think every Kenyan who means well to this country must condemn such kind of apprehension. You apprehend people. The next, if they succeed in this, then it will mean that they will ban any criticism. What's the difference between what Malala is doing and what people keep on repeating on social media? No wonder they withdrew security of the former Attorney General, JB Butere. Because if we cannot tolerate this, then we are doomed as a country. And I think this is baseless, selfish, and quite cheap for this government. A government that promised when they were campaigning that they would not unleash the police to fight political battles. They used to accuse Uhuru Kenyatta of using the police and the DCI to frustrate those who didn't read from the same script as them. And now that is exactly what they're doing. And I think this should be condemned. We want to watch that play. It will end. Several things have happened. I don't know why Ruto is scared. If he feels he's scared, let him implement what he, promised the people during the campaigns. That is all. Kenyans do not have a problem. Knowing all the roads is a good thing, but let him implement. If he says the contractors will be there, let him ensure that contractors are there. The problem here is simple. Just implement the promises that you gave to people. We don't want to brood dictatorship. And I know you could be saying that, Malala must now, he prepared his bed, he must lie on it. That's what some people are saying. But I think if we don't speak, then it will reach a time when no one will be there to speak for you. And if you understand me, you know what I mean. I don't know what you're saying, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I don't think it is right to arrest people just because they read from a different script as you. William Ruto has got bigger fishes to fry, roads to build, electricity to connect. He's got several things to do instead of, stooping this low. And if there are some police officers, junior or senior police officers who are doing this, let him stop them. That's my take.